Hello friends and fellow gamers, MKxJUMP here, and this week we're checking out the event for Idle Heroes, which is an Imp's Adventure event. Also, next week is Chinese New Year, which is one of the biggest events of Idle Heroes, so we'll be taking a sneak peek at that as well. Now this week for Imp's Adventure, we've got a few additional things on top which we'll be breaking down, and there's a new relay, a little unique, we've never seen one like this before, so we'll be breaking down whether that's good value too. Now before we go ahead and jump into that, let me remind you about Patreon. It's a way you can support my channel financially, and in return get yourselves rewards through our Discord channel. To join Discord, go into the description down below to find a link. One of the rewards you can get there is access to account reviews, which we do on Tuesdays, so if you need help with your Idle Heroes account, go ahead and join us and hopefully we can help you out. If you're interested in that, go ahead and click the link up there in the top corner of the screen, and a shout out goes to this week's brand new patrons. We have Zero, we have Anthony Davis, and we have Rene. So thank you for your support, guys. I really appreciate it, and hopefully we'll see you on a Tuesday for an account review. Anyway, let's go ahead and check out this week's event for Idle Heroes. So every day for logging in, we're going to get ourselves 4 dice, which we use for Imp's Adventure, and 100 lucky starfish, which are this week's campaign loot currency, which you can use to get rewards in the shop. So first thing you need to know, Force War is back. That's pretty nice, so make sure you go ahead and sign up with the rest of your guildmates, as that will be a fun way that you can fight some bosses and get yourself rewards along the way. Also, guys, for the cool events, we've got value packages. These are giving gems and dice. Pretty standard stuff here. Is there a reason to go ahead and spend contract story gems or money on this? Well, not really. Imp's Adventure isn't giving us anything special for rolling dice. There's no bonus rewards. Normally, if we want to spend money on dice, it's because there's a big event that gives us something else for every ordinary dice we use, but that's not this week, so I don't think spending will be up most people's streets. However, there is one different thing about Imp's Adventure. This week, it's giving us treasure coupons. You've seen this before, and I really liked it, so I'm glad to see it now. But one thing about the double privileges, it excludes the treasure coupons. So if you do go ahead and spend some money this week to double your rewards in Imp's Adventure, you won't get double the treasure coupons. So it's a total of 4 coupons for every 300 points you make, and the way you get points is by moving Imp around by rolling dice, and every time you pass over these mushroom huts, they'll get you a number of stars. 3 when it's level 1, and if you land on it, it levels up to level 2, and then again to level 3, and at level 2 it gets you 4, level 3 it gets you 5. So you want to get all these little huts to level 5, get as many stars as you can, and therefore get loads of rewards. You're also able to get the currency lucky starfish from here, which is helpful, and the other way you can pick up the lucky starfish is in the campaign. If you go ahead and claim rewards, you'll see these starfish will be thrown at us, and if you do that and progressively log in throughout the week, you'll get yourself a ton of those items. You can expect as a free-to-play player to pick up around 2,400 of them, plus whatever you get from Imp's Adventure, and for most people that's enough to go ahead and get some really nice rewards. Now, if you've got yourself some universal crystals lying around, add that to the total you have, and you should easily be able to get yourself some Starspawn cores. So I recommend if you can get some Starspawn core 5s, they'll probably be giving out Starspawn core 6s as part of Chinese New Year, so I don't think you need to focus them. Grab the 5s, upgrade your Starspawns, and make them stronger. If you can't get enough to get to 3,000 or you haven't got any universal crystals, just go with heroic summon scrolls, as next week is a heroic summons event, and I guess every scroll you can grab is going to be really helpful, so I'd go for them if you can't get anything else. Next, we've got the Shelter Mission. This is a way that you can get the 5-star heroes you see depicted. We've got Saja, Azrael, Siahu, and Arania. You need 4 4-stars from their faction who match the class of the hero. So for Saja, it's Assassins. For Azrael, it's also Assassins. So that's going to be Bonecarver and Roy for them too. There's only 1 in each of those factions, so you might find that Shadow and Fortress are going to be quite hard this week. You've got here a Siahu. He needs warriors. There's tons of warriors in the Forest faction, so go ahead, pop them in like this, and that'll be an easy one for you. And try and find a fodder hero there like Zekis, and there you go, you'll get everything there. And then if you go ahead and look at Arania, she needs priests. So if you've got any priests, that's going to be pretty helpful. There's 2 priests available in the Abyss faction that you could choose to go for. It's really important that you do these because they get you dice as well as the hero copy, and those 5 dice are going to be really beneficial if you're looking to make progress in Imp's Adventure, which is of course what you're trying to do this week to maximize your rewards. Most free-to-play players with all the dice that we get this week and the ones from Shelter Mission can expect to get about 200 to 230 stars, and that's some good stuff you can get here. That material chest is really nice. To get that far though, you will need to buy dice with gems, and given that Chinese New Year is next week, you probably don't want to go using all your gems. So if you haven't got a lot of gems, it's totally normal, especially as a free-to-play player, to skip that part of Imp's Adventure and not really worry about how far you get. I mean, getting to 170 is still really good. That's 2 treasure coupons that you guys can enjoy, which will add to your collection and hopefully get you some cool stuff when you eventually decide to spend them. So yeah, very, very nice. Now that's it for the free stuff. Let's go look at the luck relay. This is where we can start to spend our money. So you're getting yourself Prism Starry Gems. This entire relay is giving you 25 Prism Starry Gems for every $1 you spend. So this $5 part here gets you 125. You get some gems, you get some dice as well. Then you unlock this free part, which gets you treasure coupons, dice, and contract Starry Gems. That's really, really nice. And then you spend another $2 here. You're going to get 50 Prism Starry Gems. You get some gems here as well. You get some dice. Moving along for $15, that's 375 Prism Starry Gems. You get 1,500 dice there. And also you're getting some treasure coupons. The free section here is going to get you Course of Transcendence as well, and more gems, and more contract Starry Gems there. So you're getting tons of stuff to enjoy here. And then if you get the $10 bit here, that's 250 more Prism Starry Gems, plus 1,500 gems and 10 dice on top of that. So these dice will help you to get further in Imp's Adventure, and that's a total of 19 dice you're getting here in addition. That free section here as well is going to get you treasure coupons and 250 contract Starry Gems with more gems thrown in. And then the more expensive bits are the last two. This is $20. That's going to get you 500 Prism Starry Gems. It's going to get you 5 treasure coupons, 15 Course of Transcendence, and then we'll double all the rewards you get from Imp's Adventure. That is actually pretty solid. And then this next part is $30, and that gets you 750 Prism Starry Gems, 8 treasure coupons, and 20 Course of Transcendence. Now, is it worth grabbing this? Honestly, I don't think you want to max the whole thing. I think going all the way is a little bit excessive. I think $30 for this last part, I don't think you really need to get this. The Prism Starry Gems could appeal to some people, but you can get Prism Starry Gems for much better deals than this, so I don't know if it's really tempting enough for me, honestly. I think getting up to $50 though, which is how much it costs to get all the way up to the second to last one here, Calm, I think that's really good, because that $50 actually coincides with a Moonlight gift we have, which actually is getting us additional rewards if we spend $50. For example, $10 spent is going to get you another 200 Prism Starry Gems. If you go up to spending $30, that's going to get you another 600 Prism Starry Gems on top of that, and $50 gets you another 1,000. So that's quite the incentive to go ahead and go up to Calm here and spend $50 there to get even more Prism Starry Gems. If you're not sure what Prism Starry Gems are used for, you can go to the auction house and you can convert them to normal Starry Gems and then use those Starry Gems to buy really powerful hero copies. So if there's any heroes in here that you've been seeing, maybe it's about time you wanted to get yourself an A-tier hero, for example, you could go ahead and look and see if you can pick one up. There's even S-tiers, quite a few of them going around at the moment. Now, granted, prices aren't amazing in the auction house right now compared to how cheap we've seen it before, but they're still really low compared to prices we've seen in the past. It's just not the cheapest we've seen. I imagine, though, when a big gala comes around, if we can get something really big for summoning, we might get that probably at Valentine's Day, so it could be the week after next that something crazy like that happens. And hey, you never know, we might just get a ton of cheap copies. Unlikely it's going to be too crazy, though, because Black Friday was really when stuff got nuts. Then again, they could be cooking something spicy for Chinese New Year, where we get a ton of Awakened Stones, so who knows? My advice would be to wait until they release any information about Chinese New Year, which will happen basically next week, before you go and buy anything in the auction house. That's not stopping you from getting Prism Starry Gems, though, if you are hoping to get one day an A-tier on your account. Either way, that's it for this week when it comes to the main stuff of the event, and there's pretty much nothing too special about it. It is just basically Imp's Adventure, Shelter Mission, and then a few spender things thrown on top. So what are we expecting for Chinese New Year? Well, we've got a hero exchange, which is offering pretty much, I think, is that every hero that's come out? Like the last 6 heroes? It looks like it, yeah, apart from Patricia. So that's pretty exciting. We've got our summon prizes, which of course will get us rewards for whatever hero you choose. A Palace of Eternity, Palace of Crystal, again, will allow you to get rewards for whatever hero you choose. Patricia will be made Transcendence during this event as well, so we'll get to see how good Transcendence Patricia is. So that'll be pretty exciting. Hopefully she'll do some interesting stuff. Then again, she might not do, who knows, we'll have to wait and see. And of course, the major part of the event is the Spring Festival. So that will reward you for using scrolls, for probably awakening Patricia copies. Also, it'll probably want you to spend some money as well, but I'm sure there'll be great free-to-play rewards to grab as well. In fact, I'm expecting we're going to get something where you can basically spend a ton of gems and in return get a ton of rewards. So hopefully you guys are sitting on a pile of at least 25,000 gems, and if you haven't, you've still got a whole week to save those gems up, because I promise you, Chinese New Year is going to be huge. So fingers crossed, guys, you can get something spicy in the event, which is coming up. And man, I'm really excited. So yeah, what you need to do this week is sign up for Force War, save your gems, and go ahead and do Imp's Adventure and Shelter Mission to get some stuff for this week. If you are planning on spending, let me know if you're going to do 50 bucks or if you're crazy and you want to spend the additional 30 bucks on top of that. In my opinion, 80 bucks seems a bit much for this week, but 50 I can work with. Either way, I'll see you guys next time. If you want to catch more event reviews like this one, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And of course, the next one is going to be Chinese New Year, so you definitely do not want to miss my thoughts, opinions, and advice for that update. So hit that subscribe button. I'll see you next time. And of course, have an amazing week and happy idling.